don't know. Yeah. It's crazy. This world's crazy.
Hey you guys, welcome back to the Infinite Finesse podcast on YouTube with Cece
and Tanita. And yeah, so we were getting food today at Honeybee Burger in Silver Lake, and we were thinking that, you know, maybe we should film it and put it on YouTube, like, you know, everybody else does. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, no, we thought it would be a cool idea and just, you know, sit down with you guys so you guys can also get to know us a little bit more and not just hear our voices all the time. So yeah, here we go.
And it'll just be some random conversations as it comes up. It's nothing like deep, or we don't have anything really planned, to be honest, but we just kind of want to,
just random.
So we can go ahead and, I mean, I've never tried Honeybee Burger, but we will be sure to tag them.
We got the Honeybee box.
Yeah, the combo box.
So it's one patty with Beyond Meat in it. It has lettuce, obviously, tomato. I took tomato out. Sorry if anyone loves tomato.
I love tomato.
We have cheese. Obviously, not to mention everything's vegan.
Yep.
An onion, and then tater tots and regular fries.
And they call them the fries, don't they?
Yeah, they call them fries. So fries and tater tots mixed.
And we got milkshakes with it too.
I'm ready to eat, girl.
Yeah,
I've been trying to like bite in that.
So I'm just gonna apologize beforehand because I've never recorded myself eating, but I love watching mukbang videos or mukbang, however you guys pronounce it. But I love doing these. I was kind of glad you were down.
Yeah, I'm down. I love watching these too.
With Valentine's Day coming up, whether you're in a relationship or not, Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays. So even if I'm single or in a relationship, I just find some way to just treat myself. I just think Valentine's Day should be celebrated.
Yeah.
Like there's been plenty of Valentine's Days where I was like,
no, you're totally good. I'm just laughing because I'm tearing this burger up next to you.
So I think we figured with starting with, Valentine's Day celebrations is, if you're single, what are you trying to do for Valentine's Day? And what's your ideal Valentine's Day just by yourself or treating yourself? Like, or how do you actually feel about Valentine's Day overall?
So like me personally, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't really think I've ever cared for Valentine's Day that much. I do, however, see the hype around it, though. I totally get it.
Huge marketing plan.
Yeah, I mean, definitely get that.
Huge marketing.
But also, I don't know. I like the concept of celebrating all kinds of love, whether that's, you just loving on yourself or loving on somebody else or whatever you want to do. I like that concept. So, I mean, I definitely had like the, Valentine's Day gifts and stuff like that, but have I ever, I don't think I get like that super hype about it like some other people do.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I'm one of those people.
I wish I was though. Like I wish I was kind of hyped. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't get that hype about holidays, and I wish I did.
Really?
I
love holidays.
Like Christmas and like all of that. Like I wish I got into it more, but I just don't. I just don't.
I love it.
But I mean, how I would celebrate is what you asked me?
Or just, how. So one thing about Tanita, I know for sure that I admire is she likes to do a lot of spa treatments and self-care and stuff. Talk about that. So if like you're just by yourself, what would you do for just, I guess, even if it's a spa day or relaxation of some sort, what would you do?
So
for people that like
it's Valentine's Day, I have a full day of just pampering myself. I will probably do the whole night. Well,
we'll do a quarantine one.
Yeah. Another thing, I kind of do a lot of things myself. For example, like waxing and like my nails and stuff like that. I do myself. So I would be doing my nails. I would wax.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably put a hair mask in.
Yeah.
Face mask. I would probably take a bath. Use one of your the ones that you gave me, the little foot pads.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I would do that and use that overnight. So basically, what that is like a foot pad that sucks like the toxins out of your foot. And so you just put it on your foot and put a sock over it and leave it on overnight and then take it off in the morning. And it's like, it's kind of gross, the stuff that comes out.
But does it work?
I don't think like, I mean, do I feel like less toxic? No.
it won't magically change overnight, but it's a start.
But I mean, I also have to say I haven't used them enough.
Yeah.
I think I've used them like 3 times since you've gotten them.
Okay.
So, and that was like, I don't know, Christmas or something? Oh no, it was longer.
Yeah.
It was like my birthday.
So would you say that so if we're doing quarantine Valentine's Day for like a lot of spa treatments, because you incorporate self-care by, what's it called? At-home spa treatments and everything. You would do the foot pads, you do the hair.
I have a face steamer.
Oh,
that would probably
those are life-changing, like we said in previous episodes.
I'm trying to think, what else would I do? That's kind of it. I'd probably take a nice little nap.
Sleep is important.
I'd probably catch up on some like Real Housewives or something that I haven't watched in a while. Just do whatever I want to do. That's literally what I would do. Just whatever I want to do and what makes me feel good.
Nice.
What about you? What does a spa day entail for you?
For a spa day, I've never tried the foot pads, I believe. But if I'm doing a quarantine Valentine's Day, I do like to incorporate a nice bath if I'm just going to be at home. And I do like to do a face steam, a hair mask, and a facial on my face as well. And I'm going to so that's how I would do right before I sleep. So I'll be honest, if it's just a day to myself and I want to celebrate myself with Valentine's Day, because as mentioned, I'm a huge fan of Valentine's Day and Halloween. They're both my favorite holidays. I know it's so random.
No, actually Halloween I kind of do like a little
Really?
bit more.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the whole dressing up and stuff. But yeah.
So I'm a huge nature person where I like being at home. I'm a homebody as well, but I like being outside because, you know, we're out in the city where you have a lot of scenic views. So I would probably go to Elysian Park. That's one of my favorite spots to just kind of de-stress and just honestly look outside and enjoy nature. So I would actually do that first. And then, of course, I'm going to get myself some flowers. And I think who is not at this point, Amazon fanatic. I get something from Amazon that I've been eyeballing, or get myself sneakers. And I love plants, so I'd even hit up the flower district. But I will be in Elysian Park. I make sure I at least spend some time for an hour or so just sitting, listening to music, not thinking about anything. Then go to the flower district, get myself some flowers in addition.
You got the whole day set up. I like it.
I do that. Then grab some food that's in the area, because I no longer live near some of my favorite restaurants, like we mentioned in other episodes, like Sage or Simply Wholesome, because I'm a little farther out. I'm already spending my day outside, so I'm going to go to probably one of my favorite local spots that's in my new area, and then I would put my phone on Do Not Disturb. I would be home, and that's probably where I would actually start the spa treatments, which is just, sitting in the bath, listening to music. And then once I'm done with that, I would just watch TV. Because I love to read and all that, whatever, but I don't want to be on social media using my head, so I just want to chill out. And after I'm doing the spa thing, I would just be watching a movie, watching whatever show, not bothered, not working, and just chill.
One thing I do have to add that I probably would do is cook.
Yep.
And
cook your favorite meal. drink some, whether you're
Drink
into
some wine or
wine,
something,
liquor. I would also, oh yeah, I'm a huge dark chocolate person. I'd make sure I have some dark chocolate covered strawberries, and dark chocolate peanut butter cups are my thing. But overall, as long as I have some dark chocolate and I have flowers and my gifts that we buy for ourselves, I'm good. Like,
That's true, yeah.
I think that because, yes, Valentine's Day, it's more of it's stereotyped as a couple celebrated holiday, and it's all for marketing purposes, to get
right.
But I also just love the concept of celebrating love overall. But I think whatever you can do to recharge for yourself is just because, for me to feel centered, I need to find some way to be outside. I'd even ride my bike, but I just don't want to be bothered for the outside stressors, I guess, because we're just by ourselves. So that's my idea of Valentine's Day, in a long rant for the most part.
Okay.
I feel like we're probably gonna eventually do an episode regardless, but what are some new hobbies, or I guess your thoughts on just being quarantined for so long and things now opening back up, or stuff that you've been noticing while we've been in this pandemic for almost a year? Which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, something I've noticed, me personally, that I've been doing is before we were all just sitting in the house, I would probably always go and get my nails done, and I think I still do my brows myself, but I would still go out and get everything done. Where now I find ways to do it myself at home instead of having to go out and interact with people too much.
Yep.
All good. But besides that, I don't know. I think people are just kind of also getting more creative and trying to figure out how to keep from being bored, I guess.
Yeah. She's been doing good though, because you've been doing your own nails, eyebrows, everything. Where I'm like, I tried, and then I just get frustrated so easily when doing my nails.
Yeah.
And
you do have to have a lot of patience.
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Especially your non-dominant hand.
Oh my God, yeah. Thank goodness that we don't have to interact with people as much.
I know, so if it's messed up, it's fine.
I know, and so I was just I don't have the patience. But no, I gotta really
Well, also, if you want me to do your nails, let me know. I'll bring my machine over,
You've been literally doing good with all those things, because I think I had tried, like you said, you just have to have some patience to it. And I think I was just
because you have to try over and over and over again.
If I just can't perfect it, then forget it. As long as they look clean, that's all I could. But I do prefer to have my nails done as well, like you were saying.
What kind of nail polish you into? You more are you more of a neutral color girl? Glitter, reds?
I'm metallics. I love metallics, but I do like to have solid colors and everything, but I feel like metallics is just my thing, but I don't do it every single time. I think I've done, when I was getting my nails done every month or so, it'd be a pattern, so where I'll do solid colors one time and then the following I do a metallic, but I don't just have it regularly. And then, but I've never done chrome. I wanted to.
I love chrome. I don't know if I like chrome on my short nails, but I like them on my, my fake long nails. But I don't know. What else have I learned? What have you learned?
I've learned a lot of just sitting in pure of your thoughts, because it's I loved being alone and just having that space of solitude, but then also when you do interact with others, but I've learned to appreciate it more. But then I've also learned, because we're all on our routines of getting our maintenance done, ladies who want to get their nails done, hair and everything. I was doing the exact same too. So you had this routine, but when you're kind of forced to like stay at home, and even when I mentioned I go to Elysian Park to just clear my head because that was like my escape. And I think I turned to hypochondriac for one with the quarantine, and I'm gonna be honest, like I've turned into a hypochondriac. But also realistically, the only way that I've learned personally is none of us are gonna catch anything is if we just don't leave our house whatsoever. And which is not just impossible because I even was like, if I don't have to get my car oil change, then I won't. But no, I'm driving around to still having to pick things up. I need my oil change, whatever. Like, yeah, it's just I've learned.
I mean, just being safe.
Yeah, I think I've wanted to, of course, be safe, but also just being realistic that you know we're not 100% safe just because of how easy it is to catch it. But I think what I've learned emotionally or just mentally is that I had to sit and face a lot of things that probably I kind of overcame or previous triggers were coming back for like my own escape, and it was just kind of me addressing those again now that we're at a place where we're forced to like sit with our thoughts and what's going on with the world. And just even though the thing is with LA, we just got, I don't want to say we've been opening in phases where some other parts of the country, you know, it wasn't like a statewide, not statewide, it wasn't like a nationwide quarantine for all this time. Every city opened up differently. So with quarantine, you're kind of just forced to sit with your thoughts, and with LA just now being open back up, or slowly being opened back up with even outdoor dining, it was just kind of learning to navigate through the things that you were used to even when I was doing all these things alone. And because when it first came out, or when this whole pandemic first rolled out, like everyone of course was panicked and just how to navigate through it. And at the place I was living at the time was just not a quarantine spot. So I mean, I'm still having my challenges of how can I overcome this when we're still at a state of quarantine, I guess, and knowing that some of the stuff that we're worried about is just out of our control. But what I can control is just adjusting to this and whatever else. So I've just done a lot of like mental or soul searching, or more soul searching than I probably already did when I was by myself, because I think we just lost access to a lot of things that we love to do even when we're by ourselves. So that was just something I've learned a lot, and I think we even talked about this, just a lot of the ugly truths about the world that we already knew but are now being amplified and coming out more during a state of quarantine. And I'd say like to make it positive on what I did during quarantine, like I got a lot more on the creative end again. I just paint for leisure. I go biking. I went back to hiking when I do, and then I went back to Elysian to just go to my spot. But there's one particular, you remember my old place in Koreatown, that little parking garage where
the spot before this?
The very first one that I moved to, and the one where we would just like chill and just hang out top with all the palm trees. I can't go there anymore because you have to pay for parking. And I'm like, I'm not going to pay $25 to park my car and just look at the rooftop. No, I don't go there anymore, but just kind of like, I do miss getting my nails done. I love that, and just getting my eyebrows done. But I think I've just learned to just play it safe. If I don't have to, you know, interact with someone to get it done and whatever, I'll just wait it out and be patient. And
it's not worth.
Nah.
You're getting sick over it, you know?
And then there's like, we've been doing a lot of picnics overall. Like, that's been the thing. And I still love doing picnics. And I think lastly, I was already kind of socially awkward, to be honest, unless you truly know me. But I obviously, like, we didn't take it personal because we were like, are we going to hug or whatever else? So we're just like, hey, bye. And that's why, like, if I meet someone new during a time like this, if I'm not like, because I'd love to like shake hands and hug and everything, but I think for all of us, we're just playing it safe, like elbow. But if someone tries to reach out their hand, I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. But if it happens, I'm just like real quick to sanitize and everything. But I turn just like socially, I'd say more socially awkward just because of like, we're just trying to be safe. Yeah. Regardless. And like, it's not that person. Yeah. Because it's not that person or anything. It's just like, hey, we're trying to social distance and everything, but we still want to like meet people and have that interaction. But the ways that we are, we're just not doing the formalized hugging, shaking of hands of everything. So that's just kind of where I'm like, how do we approach that if someone does do that, and how would we react? But that's a random thing I kind of picked up on. But
one thing I do want to give a shout out, not a shout out, but I do want to, I guess, keep those people in my thoughts that during the quarantine are actually living somewhere where it's not safe for them, or like, you know, they're just in a, who knows, kind of situation, just a bad situation. And I don't know, just know that you're thought about. Know that people are out here thinking about you. And hopefully it gets better, honestly. I mean,
it's just, if you have lost someone to COVID, you know, we're thinking of you. If you're currently fighting COVID, or if you're just in a place where you're not even able to access your loved ones because you're trying to play it safe, and just do the best you can to get through this. You know, of course, you're not alone. And with everything going on, and just, the world just needs to move in love and, like, in unity. But, you know, that's not the world we live in, unfortunately. And it's just kind of like, whoever, if you have, like, lucky to have great people in your life and just be there for one another, that's all we can do. Like, is just play our part.
Appreciate what you have.
And
basically is what it comes down to.
There's pros and cons about it, of course. It's just like the world was forced to, like, kind of sit down and slow it down, because we're in a world to where it's like you gotta hustle, hustle and bustle, and on to the next thing, and just very fast paced. And it's just kind of like, how do you get even back to that with a time like this? And I think a lot of people, especially people I wouldn't have expected to just incorporate self-care or mental health overall.
I mean, because at the end of the day, I feel like the reason why a lot of people haven't been able to or didn't have to worry about, like, their mental health and stuff like that is because, or maybe that's the wrong word, I don't want to say they didn't have to worry about it, but because I'm sure stuff was going on, you're battling stuff regardless, but like, I feel like if you're constantly in work mode or constantly out and doing stuff, you kind of, like, keeping yourself busy and making, you know, like, it's almost like you having a bad breakup and your friends are like, oh, let's just go out and blah, 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 and you just, you know, just trying to, like, keep things off of your mind. It's kind of like that, where you're just going out, not like going out and partying, but you just, like, keeping yourself busy, you keeping a busy schedule. And I feel like that this pandemic made people, like, sit down and be like,
oh, and extroverts too, like, a lot of extroverts, because we talked about we're both we're omniverts, but I know I'm mainly introvert. I know you mentioned you were, but just imagine for those that are a majority extroverts is how, and you miss that physical interaction. It's like, how are they doing? How are they navigating through this? And I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like, we'll get through. There's pros and cons, but we gotta do our part and just get through this together.
And I mean, obviously it's easier said than done, but please, 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 if you feel any type of way about, you know, any type of sadness or anything you want to talk about, please find somebody. Not just anyone, you know, but, like, find somebody that you can confide in, that you feel comfortable with, and just let them know what's up, because it's so important, especially in this time where we just in the house or in the room by ourselves, just like constantly, like, you need to talk to somebody. You can't just be in your thoughts like that all day. So I think it's very important that we, you know, it's important to keep those connections with your friends and family and stuff, so you have people to, like, kind of ground you a little bit.
And I think that's where we gotta thank technology for where it is today, because it's not the same as having physical interactions and everything, but I'll take the Zoom meetings and the FaceTimes over just no communication at all. Because I can't even remember, like, with the Spanish flu, I think when they were just quarantined for however long they were, I mean, you were just keeping it within your family and everything. But since technology's evolved so much over the years, you have access to just communicate.
I mean, here's our end result, clearly done.
Yeah. I think at the end of the day, we mentioned with everything going on, pandemic, and just some stuff that's just out of our control, we just work with love. I mean, I know it sounds cliche, but honestly, I just feel like the world needs more love, and to continue working in unity. We can't, it's hard to get like every single person on board, but the more the merrier, of course. But that's just something we wanted to do. And yeah, this is what our plates or our boxes look like. I just can't eat the bun all the way without the without the patty in there. So I kind of just did the scraps. But yeah, thank you again, you guys, for watching. And we hope to do plenty more. I mean, we're going to definitely brainstorm. I love doing mukbangs and watching them. They're fun, and
we're gonna
do more.
Yeah, I feel like we should do more. Maybe some of those restaurants that we've shouted out on our podcast, we can grab some food from one of those and have a couple mukbangs. Is that how you call them? Let us know how you say it.
Because I have no clue.
We were kind of lost on that, but yeah.
All right.
That's it.
Bye, you guys.
Bye.